What's good with you folks? This is Ray Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast booth where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about it. It's a tagline I will use is to say, come outside with Ray and say, hey. Hello folks, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? This is Ray Davis coming to y'all at the Vallejo Art Walk. We outside. We outside. So before I get started with this very special episode, let's go put a content warning. Content warning. If there's anything I had or have said in previous episodes that had offended you or anyone you have shared any episode with, I would like to apologize. I would like to also remind you I am not condoning what I said on my podcast. I am real, I am authentic, and I'm a warrior. I'm no longer censored, I'm no longer limited, I'm no longer silent. Mental health will censor you, mental illness will limit you, and mental emotions will silence you. All right. So, yes, folks. We are once again up here at Vallejo Art Walk. We outside. This is our first podcast booth episode, folks. So, yes, clap hands, snap fingers. We out here celebrating the history of women. And look at what I'm doing, mama. I'm making history. So I have a beautiful guest here who is going to discuss who's going to talk about it. Who's going to talk about I'm sorry, y'all. I'm nervous. I'm happy. I'm excited. This is my first podcast booth. So guest, please introduce yourself, guest.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Renee Marquette. I am a resident of Vallejo. I'm also a licensed clinical psychologist. And I just want to say everything that I'm saying is my personal opinion. It doesn't necessarily reflect the places that I work. But I'm also an artist that regularly puts a table out. Me and my husband, Chris Matola, we put tables out on the street here during Art Walk. And we really enjoy just hanging out with everybody. And yeah, so I'm excited to be on this podcast. And thank you,
Yes,
Ray,
thank
for having me.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. So folks, I don't know if you have listened to I believe the last couple episodes. If not, then the latest episode. I did mention that I am going to be doing this and I'm fully committed into doing this. And I did say that I was going to have a guest, so this is my guest. So folks, yes, folks, knowing that we're outside and we're celebrating the history of women and every woman just across the world within every, just everyone. Just hug your mom, hug your sister, hug your aunt, hug your auntie, hug your godmom, hug your grandmother, and just tell them I appreciate you and I celebrate you. We all should be celebrating each other every day because we may never know when our time is coming or when our time has clocked out. So if you have come across any woman in a grocery store, just be friendly with it. Of course, we don't want no one to be creeped out. But just tell someone on the street, I celebrate you. Tell a woman on the street, I celebrate you. Even if you don't know them, you may never know. Your one act of kindness could definitely help someone's mental health. And we are here to discuss our mental health as women. So I have a couple questions here for you today, and it's like I said, you are more than welcome to just go along with the conversation. So the first question, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this. So first question, is there a better way to support someone as they try to navigate their mental health journey?
So you're asking me.
Yes, ma'am. Asking you.
And so the way I often say this and explain it to folks that I'm working with is that really everyone has their own journey, right? So everyone has their own struggles. Everyone's got what's going on with them, and it varies widely what people deal with. And some things, we can do. We can get a lot of help just by going to friends or family members or people we feel comfortable with, and that's totally fine to do that. And in fact, I would encourage it. And then there are situations and things that can happen to us where it seems like everyone we go to is not sure what to do, or they're lost in that, and or we're just not comfortable going to those folks for whichever reason, and that's when it's time to bring in a professional, is when it's sort of like going beyond what it seems like people know what to do, and this is why we're around.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I really do encourage people to go to whoever is comfortable to you, and to do the things that make your cup full again. When we get stressed out, we need to do things to help ourselves, right? So those could be, it could be a hobby, it could be talking to our friends, it could be making something, it could be just relaxing, it could be laying on a beach, it could be literally anything that rejuvenates you. I would say do those things, and know that you're also not alone. That these things
Yes.
happen to a lot of people, and there are so many things that happen to human beings, and we also, unfortunately, lots of things that people do to each other, and so that's why, again, professionals are around. We're here to help, but also it's okay to get that support wherever you need to get that support. And I would say, there's a couple of support lines that I regularly suggest to people, and those are 988 is for more serious emergencies, right?
Yes.
But then there's also 211 as well. There's a lot of resources there
Yes.
too. So I just wanted people to know that help is out there. You know,
Yes.
so.
Yes. Yes. And that really does make a lot of sense. And the reason why I did ask that question first is because my next podcast episode is going to be, how can I support you after a traumatized experience?
Mhm.
I've I've had my trauma experience before,
Mhm.
and I was young. I was a kid. I was a baby. And knowing what I know now, and knowing why I stutter today, it's like, okay, all that I could ever hope someone to want to help me with me is like, help me with my speech, like help me get more comfortable with you, and so that it's, I'm talking to you like this, you wouldn't even know I have a stuttering problem unless I'm really nervous. I am nervous, but you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know. But it's like, I could only I could only ever ask someone, if you want to offer me something, offer me the speech to just feel confident, feel comfortable. I want to continue on improving on my speech. I want to continue on improving on my social skills. And so I can feel beyond comfortable around people without having to think that, okay, my trauma is starting to trigger my stuttering, or I'm starting to get anxious. And when I get anxious, I stutter. And I like I said, I want to. I know for a fact I'm 36. I know right now I can't overcome it. I know I cannot overcome it, but I can help improve it. And improving myself is all what I really want my mental health to do as well too. Is to say, yes, I know there's help out there for me, but what are the help? What else can I say or ask for when it comes down to help? And how to ask, what can a person do just to help navigate someone? It does hit in your spirit, does hit in your soul. It's like, after today I'm gonna feel good physically, because it's like I have received answers that I was asking myself when I was told the news about my sister, and when I was told the news about her last life event. It was like, what could I have done other than be present, even though we had drifted apart, and we had drifted apart dramatically. It was like, what could I do? What could I have done to help her in her traumatic experience? And then I think about it with my god kids. I have god kids. And so I can only imagine, in their life they will be going through, excuse me, They will be going through traumatic experiences. I don't want them to, because it's not good for no one to go through anything traumatic in life at all, whether you're a man, a woman, a child, an adult, an elder. I wouldn't want no one to go through nothing traumatic. But if you happen to go through something traumatic, what are the help that we have, that we could turn to, or the help that we could reach with our hand? Because everything is free, folks. There's so many things that are free. Like Vallejo Art Walk, y'all. Vallejo Art Walk is free. It's free for someone to come and walk around. It's free for someone to come and pull up. If you have a business out here, you are more welcome to come up here and say, I have a business. Would you love to know what my business is, or to know what my platform is? So it's like there's so many resources out there for us that is meant to help us. Even though we may feel that there's nothing meant to help us, but there are things that are meant to help us. And so knowing, and it's all about knowing. This year is all about knowing. I've have said various times on this podcast, it's all about the knowing. I don't want to think no more. I want to know more. I don't want to say I guess. I don't want to say I think. I want to say I know. I don't want to assume. I don't want to speculate. I want to give you the 411 without it missing no digits. And so just knowing this platform, but also knowing that also knowing the resources of where we could turn to as a community, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Latin, whether you're Pacific or Asian, it doesn't matter. Like how mental health should not matter as much as your race should not matter, as much as your as much as your political status. It should not even matter. We still bleed the same as that color. We still bleed the same. So I say that mental health is just like that. We still bleed the same. We still worry about things the same. We still have anxieties the same. It may not be the exact same, but we're all related to it because we all been through what some of us may have went through, and or still going through to still very much recover from. And that's why I asked. That's why I asked that question. So this next question.
Saying
Yes, you are more than welcome.
so
Yes.
one thing that I would say is that, yes, again, sadly, many people do go through something traumatic at some point in their lifetime. And one thing that I remember, this is something I remember growing up that my parents always said to me, and I think this is something that could be helpful just for anybody listening, and whether it's, your kids or your family members, your siblings, your friends, just letting people know that no matter what happens, no matter what they do, that it's okay, and they can come and tell us, and they can tell us what's going on, and we are going to do our best to support them, and we're not going to get mad at them for telling us what's going on, especially with kids. And my dad used to say this to us. He was like, I don't care what happens, you call me if something crazy is happening, and I'm not going to get mad at you, and just call me, right? And this
Do
is
not get fed.
and this is I think it's something that can be protective, and it can be helpful. One of the things too is that we never know how we're going to react when something traumatic happens to us, or when something happens to somebody else, and we have people have many normal reactions. Many of them are protective reactions, and those include shutting down and not talking. It include running and fighting and freezing and fleeing, and these are all normal reactions. So please understand that somebody, when they first something happens to them, they might not be able to tell you, or they might tell you to you in pieces, and it might not make sense, or it might not even be in order of what happened. And that's just because it's part of the process. And that person is just trying to process and put it back together. And there are people need different amounts of times to process, and some people process and they're very resilient, and all they need is a friendly ear. And some people need a lot more than that. It just depends on the person.
Yes.
So if you ask me like what we could do, that's kind of how I think of it.
Yes. I mean, it's like I do remember the time when I was ready to go through my healing journey. I would lash out And I do remember this, folks. This was like maybe 4 years ago. I do remember this. I was just lashed out, and it was like emotionally, no one recognized it as hurt. No one recognized it as unresolved emotional trauma. And it was like, of course, besides my therapist, I love my therapist. I love my therapist. I've been with her 11 years, and I am so appreciative and so grateful. I love that woman like she is a mother to me. And I am very much I'm still very much appreciative of having her part of my life. I wish she had time to be out here today, but she has a concert. Her husband has a concert. And so she's like, well, maybe, another time. But who knows? Who knows? She may pop up today. So with everything that I do remember I was struggling with, there's still some things that I still struggle with. I struggle tremendously with anger. And it is because emotionally I'm not valued as much. I'm valued at some points, yes. But the people who I would want to value me are people who I would want to support me, the people who I would want to listen to me. I mean, listen, I don't mean hear me out and be like, okay, Ray. I mean to listen to me and to be like, okay, so I know what I can do around you. Or my thing is, don't do something for me if you know it's going to help me feel good. Do something because you feel like within your heart, I know I feel like I want to really do something. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I feel like this is meant for me to do. Okay, cool. Do it. I want you to do it, but I don't want you to do something just because it's going to emotionally make me feel good, because that feeling going to come and go. I want you to make an impact on me that's going to last a lifetime, so I can go back and tell my god kids, hey, so and so and so and so told me this, or so and so and so showed me how to do that. And so I'm showing you the game of how it was taught to me. And so I do that too at some points. I do that too at some points. Even with my roommates. I of course, before we had came on, you had met only one of the little roommates. She has an older brother, and I understand my influence on both of them. And yes, we are roommates, but I understand my influence on both of them. And I know that if I'm angry around them, I need to look to them and be like, I don't need to respectfully express my anger the way I want to express it. I need to recite it, yes, but I don't want to physically, or I don't want to aggressively express my anger towards children, because some children don't. I'm not saying that they don't need to see that side of you, but it's not meant for them to sometimes see that side of you. And I understand my influence, and my influence is to understand that my actions is going to cause reactions if I understand my influences. And my influence is the kids. I have God kids. Like I said, I have God kids. And I understand what I go through. It's gonna help them along in their life as well too. So me doing something like this community outreach, y'all. Yes, we're outside once again, y'all.
Yes,
Come
windy too.
outside. Yes, it is windy. It is windy. We're gonna keep praying for clear skies. We're gonna thank God, Jehovah, whoever you worship. Thank her today. Thank her today, because these clouds were truly like, fuck y'all. Like, all these clouds today, just the day, it was like the clouds was like, fuck y'all. I don't know. We here. We gray. We gray. Yes, and they are moving towards the Bay Area. So, Bay Area, y'all be aware. Y'all got some wind and some gray clouds coming towards y'all way. But we can only hope that out there in the East Bay hometown, y'all won't be dealing with any flooding. Still pray for the city, y'all. I can only imagine how Oakland and the city is still flooding. Y'all pray for your friends, family members who are struggling and going through a Bay Area flood, who are going through a Bay Area tornado, who is just going through Bay Area fires. Oh my gosh. Y'all just pray for the Bay Area. Pray for everywhere. Pray for everywhere. But right now we're talking about the Bay. So second question, Miss Renee. Um, what are one of the main answers you receive from women when you ask them what can you do for them, or what can you do to help their mental health or their emotional health?
Um, we definitely treat lots of women over the years. Many women with many different kinds of struggles. And clients come in with many different issues. My area of specialization is actually pretty severe trauma. So I work with a lot of clients who have been through quite a bit. And so we really work to try to help them process what's happened so that they can move forward. And that's really a lot of what the focus is on. The other conditions that I specialize in is like severe depression and also conditions where there's actual psychosis, so schizophrenia. And I've had clients with bipolar disorder as well. So my focus tends to be on clients that are, like I said, dealing with a lot. So the way I am always trying to help them is trying to help them get to a point where their functioning improves. That's my primary goal. And again, it's however it looks for that person. Sometimes they want to get a job. Sometimes they want to change a job. Sometimes they need help with just the way they communicate. So we do social skills, or we do, kind of whatever it seems like they need. If there's a case management type need, we do that too.
Yes.
So if they need resources, like I've had clients over the years who've been homeless and trying to assist them. So there's many different ways. And these days, the way I do a lot of my helping is I actually train the next generation. So that's what one of my main jobs is I'm a supervisor. So I'm training that generation and guiding that generation to do these things.
Thank you so
So
much.
that's kind of that's kind of the role I've been in. So
Thank you so much.
yeah. And the other role I'm in is basically sort of more like oversight of programs.
Yes.
So
Yes, and that really does.
some case consults, with that.
Yes, and that means a lot to knowing that you are helping the next generation to help the next people who is going to be coming in asking these questions, are really craving for help, who are really craving for help. And so all of that, it does. I thank you so much. I thank you so much for being for being that person to say, hey, I'm willing to train. Like, no, like, because
Yeah.
there's so many people. I can only imagine there's so many people within your profession who would either promote out, or who would get promoted out, or who would go on to another facility or another position. And it's like, okay, you just gonna leave without. I mean, you can't help so and so, and so. I mean, can you at least help three? I can. I'll do the rest, but can you at least help three? And there's so many people that's like, no, I ain't gonna help nobody. No, I'm here for my training.
Yeah.
I'm here for whatever training. I'm here because of the training gonna pay me, and I'm clocking in, clocking out, and I'm going home, and I'm dealing with my own stuff. And it's like, okay, but can you help the other? I don't care what it is you gotta do. We all have a mirror, and I say this on the podcast. We all have a mirror, and our mirror can only be clean when we know. Our mirror can only be clean when we know how to acknowledge everything that is affecting it to be dirty.
Hmm.
And folks, and as y'all know, I say this numbers of times on my podcast. When your mirror is dirty, do you know that the symbol of your mirror being dirty is just to say that your life is just a little mess right now? And don't gotta be a filthy mess, but it's a little mess right now. Meaning that the mess is internally. It is eternally. So every time you clean your mirror and you see everything that you know it is best for you to work on, are you checking it off the list? Are you checking your depression off the list? Are you checking your anxiety off the list? Are you saying, okay, I know how to navigate this. I know how to navigate that. I know what to do here. I know what to do there. I know what not to do here. I know what not to do there. It's like so many things that I folks, I don't know if y'all know, I'm pretty sure y'all know. Life is a mental battle. Life is a mental battle. It's don't always have to be about how are you going through life mentally, but it really is. You really do have to think about like how am I going to do this? And we all ask that question: how the hell am I gonna do this? How the hell am I gonna do that? Okay, well, what do you feel like you should do mentally? What do you feel like you should do emotionally? All of those things, it comes back to you because soon as you get home and you're like just exhausted, it's like, okay, are you exhausted mentally? Are you exhausted emotionally? Okay, if you know that you are exhausted mentally and emotionally, then yes. No, okay, I can do that here. I can do that here. I don't have to be mentally exhausted here. But am I mentally okay being exhausted over there? Am I emotionally okay giving my all over here? Am I emotionally okay giving my all over there? It's like there's so many. Them drones are so funny.
Sound like
The big ass bees, right? Big ass bees. So all life is a mental battlefield at some points. It's a mental battlefield, but it's all account of how you yourself individually can navigate through them. And of course to really of course get through what our heart is feeling. I'll ask you this question, and I always ask this question: how is your heart feeling?
I think for me, it's full in many ways, but I also am kind of tired sometimes just because I work 50 to 60 hours a week. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of work. And just something I was thinking about too, about the way I work with therapists that are in training, is I truly want them to understand that if there's a will, there's a way.
Yes.
There's always a way
Come
to
on now.
help people.
Come
As
on now.
long as, I mean, yeah, sometimes of course we need buy-in from the client too, right?
Yes.
But yeah, if there's will, there's a way, and we
Come
can
on
do
now.
something. And I feel like when they finish training with me, they at least get that down. That there's no, to me, there's always something we can do.
Yes.
And so that's something that, and I think that's part of it. It's like, they ask sometimes go get a training about like leadership or whatever it is, and they'll say, well, what's your why?
Yes.
And for me, the why is I want to make sure everyone who needs it and wants it can get help.
Yes.
I want to make sure everybody gets what they need. And
Yes.
that's it. I want a world where we we have that readily, and it's available in whatever form that it takes,
Yes.
And so to me, it's like it doesn't have to be like me doing it. It could be somebody else doing it, as long as it's happening.
Yes.
I
Yes.
hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Kind
No,
of
it
see it that
does. No, it
way.
does. And it's like it's in other ways I'm a of course interpreted race, right? If you reach out your hand, I'm gonna grab it. If you reach out your hand, I'm gonna grab it because you're telling me in so many ways you are ready. You are ready to receive what I have to offer. You are ready to not only receive what is I have to offer, but you are ready to even awaken your own potential because we all have potential to so many ways to be a high value, and we all can be appreciative, we all can be acknowledged, we all can be treasured, we all can be loved, supported. It's just, are you ready to receive it? Are you ready? And then of course people will ask, well, are you ready to give it? I've been ready to give it. It's just I wasn't sure who was ready to receive it first, because a lot of people may hear this, may see my platform and may walk away, but it's like, okay, I see it, that's all right, so you're not ready yet. Let me know where you are, because this is the big kiss yard. This is a big kids yard. We ain't no longer in the sandbox, y'all.
Yeah.
We are no longer in the sandbox. We're in the big kids yard, and the big kids yard is tough.
Yeah. No, you're actually right about readiness. It
Yes,
makes a big difference. You know, when
yes,
people are ready, then they get a lot more. Usually, they
yes,
get a lot more out of like care too. Is
yes,
when they're in that frame of mind. One thing about just going back to full hearts. I mean, one thing that
yes,
does fill my heart, I just want to mention this as we're also here at Art Walk, is that
yes,
as an artist, you know, I've been making art since I was a child, little kid. I've always drawn on notebooks or colored or whatever. And even when I got really busy in my life, I had kind of stopped, making art for
yes.
the most part. A few, like it's been, and that for a long time, probably over a
Mm-hmm,
decade. And then
mm-hmm.
a few years ago, I started picking it back up. And even though it was like little tiny projects, because that's what I
Yes,
had time for,
yes,
I find that it has really been nice for me to refill that cup, that creative
yes,
cup of like making even little things. And I
yes,
do a lot of photos of flowers, things like that.
yes,
And it does help fill my heart too, to be able to go back to something
yes,
that I do love, which is art. So I love to make it. I love to collect it, this
yes.
sort of thing. So
Yes, and that really does help inspires the community when you are an artist. Excuse me. When you are an artist who's willing to put your art out there. I'm hoping that my art would be received, my poetry would be received, like how so many poets before me. I do consider myself a renaissance. I am I am a young age with an old spirit and an old soul. And I say that loud and proudly. I say that loud and proudly. I I'm just so appreciative of just knowing that I was ready. Knowing that me myself, I'm like, I know I can do more for myself, with myself, for myself. If I have to do it by myself, if I have to do it by myself, then there's like I want to definitely I want to definitely be able I want to definitely be say I have the capability of doing so much more and then some. So this is such a good turnout, Miss Renee. Thank you so much on coming on to I Need a Mic podcast booth and just giving off and giving your honest truth to ask women what we could do to keep on improving ourselves, progressing ourselves, and it's like I said, it's going to touch a community of everyone across the world. This is going to touch everybody in the world, as you know, and so it's this is such a wonderful, beautiful outcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on here. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Yes, thank you. So I really do appreciate it. No, this is one heck of a good turnout. One heck of a good turnout. So if there's anything, oh, please, last thing, hype yourself. Please let the people know where to find you if they are interested in knowing more information about you. And I will also be putting your information in the episode description. So anybody would like to click on anything, they are more welcome to.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, I'm on like, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, these types of platforms. It's all under R like Renee, M like Mary, Marquett is just basically my last name. It's the tagline, I guess, for those. So I can be found there. I'm on now what's called X as well under the same thing. So each platform I have some different websites attached in case people are interested. There's, some of them are more art related, some of them are more professional, like psychology related. So just kind of depends on what you're looking for.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you so much. All right, folks. So I don't know if this will be the end of us, but if so, let's just go ahead and just say our beautiful and wonderful outro. Now, you have heard us speak some truth. This is our way of passing the mic to you. I hope our courage, will, and drive motivate you. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Stay safe. And I will most likely be back on. So I can't say kiss them kids every day. But make sure if you have daughters, just tell them they are beautiful and you love them today. All right, y'all. Thank you.
All right, folks, back at it again with oh my gosh, so many good things to talk about. Oh my gosh, tonight was a good night. Today was a good day, but tonight was a beautiful night. So many people had came through today and was really happy for me and excited for the platform as a whole. So many people has also came up, took pictures of the writing workshop flyers, the schedule flyers, the schedule flyer. And oh, I do have some more good news to add into how this episode feel now so complete. Four people came up today at the booth. No, sorry, five. Oh my gosh, five people came up today. Um, excuse me, and answered the question on the blackboard, which was, "How is your heart feeling?" Oh my gosh. Am I ready to read these? That is the question, right? That is the question. Am I ready to read these? Oh my gosh. Um, I am appreciative of everyone who did came out today. People, friends of artists and artists of the community came out to support me. Ran into a few or ran into yes, few people I haven't seen in a while, and it's nice to get some hugs. Nice to see. It's nice to run into people when you don't plan on it, and they're there just a whole day doing their own thing. But at the end of the day, they came up to me as well too and was asking how was the turnout. It was one hell of a positive turnout. This was one hell of a positive turnout. Um, I don't want to get emotional on here. Um, um, I am emotional spiritually. Right now I'm tired as hell. I'm tired, but I'm not tired physically, which is a good feeling. I don't like to be sore. I don't like to feel sore, get sore, be sore. And so I'm not sore physically, but emotionally, I'm just ecstatic. I really am. Mentally, oh my gosh, I'm still smiling, so I'm trying to relax my face right now. I really am trying to relax my face. Like I said, I don't want nothing in my body sore. But thank you to our beautiful and wonderful guests who came onto the mic today and discussed um just how can we support each other. Not only support each other, but how can you support yourself in the midst of you support or getting support and receiving support. Um Man, it was wonderful, right? It was just, oh my gosh. So when y'all listen to this, oh, thank you so much. I can only say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there are gonna be more interviews coming up. There's gonna be more things coming about. Like, someone reached out to me and was in and is interested to doing a podcast interview. Oh man, right? Oh my gosh. Uh my gosh, I'm shouting. I just don't want to lose my voice too. So I don't want my body to be sore. I don't want to lose my voice. Well, Ray, what are you gonna be okay? Well, Ray, what are you okay doing? Ain't okay to do nothing physically. All I did is sleep and sleep with a big ass smile on my face. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do wish my sister was here. That's just to ask the question for myself. How's my heart feeling? Um, I do wish my sister was here. Um, I wish my siblings would see the turnout today too. But if there's anyone who I wish who was here the most, it will be my sister. So that is how my heart is feeling. Um, so much just has happened today. Okay, once again, I don't want to get emotional now. I don't want to get emotional now. With the weather acting bipolar, y'all stay safe. I get that not everybody want to show up tonight and be outside with us. It was cold, but the rain stopped. I'm gonna be honest. It was cold, but the rain stopped. The sun came out, and it was like what rain? The ground is somewhat dry. There's still some puddles, but the ground is dry. So what rain? So oh my gosh, I have five people that have said how their hearts are feeling, and two of them people were children. Yes, yes, two of them were kids, and I mean they were little kids. They had to be maybe younger than they both had to been younger than 10, y'all, younger than 10. And now I don't have the exact percentage of how many children pass away from suicide in front of me, but give me a time to look that up. I'ma look it up. I'ma look it up. But two of them were children and they were younger than 10 years old. Yes. And they said how their hearts were feeling. So I'm very excited to look and read which one of these may look like children writings. I did mention to everyone if they are more than welcome to stay anonymous, they do not have to put their names down. But if they are interested in hearing their responses on the podcast, they're more welcome to if it's okay with them. So, oh my gosh, let's do this, right? Oh my gosh. So first one. Oh my gosh. See now, all right. See now. I know I'm all right now. So see now. So I just want to make sure that you wait a little bit because I do have to say this real quick. There's so many, so many times, and even to this day, I still very much struggle with loyalty. When one person won't, you get discouraged so much, and you answer your own question by saying nobody will. But today, I said when five won't, five will. And these are new people who I'm just meeting, knowing, coming into my circle, and then it was a f- it. I'm telling you, I'm straight up. All five of these came from people I don't even know. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Four of these, four of these came from people I don't know, and one of them came from someone who I had just met, and so I'm like five people who showed up and said, "This is easy. This is the easy part. This is the easy part. I want to write it down." Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm not getting emotional. I'm just thinking about five won't, but five will. Whew. Okay. Now, let's read these five who will, including two beautiful, sweet angels. Oh my gosh. The first one. How is my heart feeling? My heart is feeling happy today. Oh, and the handwriting is giving me the impression that it's from one of the kids. So, oh my gosh. So one of the kids had answered their heart is feeling happy today. Oh my gosh. Now just imagine you thinking, okay, that's today. Okay, so how are you feeling all the other days, right? But I'm thinking about it just today. Baby, you said something that it takes people years to even acknowledge. Thank you, little one. Thank you for just saying, I want to say this. I want to write this down. I want to answer it. Okay, here you go, mama. You know. Oh my gosh. And then, oh my gosh. And then the second one. How's my heart feeling? My heart is grateful to have poets out here representing our community. No, that's right. No, that's right. Say that again. Oh, oh, say that again, Ray. Hold on, hold on. It's a folded sticky pad. My heart is grateful to have poets out here representing our community. And with the handwriting I'm reading, it looking like an adult said this. So, and I think I know who this is. I know who this is. So that was, oh my gosh, that was beautiful. All right, so I'm picking out the I'm picking out the third one. See, I'm too excited, but I'm telling y'all, I'm tired as hell, man. I'm tired as hell. Thank you to my roommate for helping me set up and pack out and pack in. Oh my gosh, girl, whoo, girl, I'm telling you. Oh, I wish you was out there with me. And I know that later down the line in the future, you will be out there with me just to explore and see what the community has to offer to, of course, and to, of course, the children within your own circle, but also within this beautiful community of ours. So thank you to the roommate as well, too, for helping me out. Girl, you came in a clutch with it. Man, whew, girl came in the clutch. So I'm just want to make sure I ain't reading the same ones more than once. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one. Ooh, this one is deep too. I remember this one. How is my heart feeling? It feels really hard to have hope. I just had to keep it moving despite it. Ooh, come on. Come on now. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm struggling too. Shoot, I mean, see, see. So it's nice to know that we all can relate to the things that I say. That I know we all can relate to. I mean, bruh, come on now. We all know what it feels like to feel like our heart is hard to have hope. I mean, like I said, I'm struggling with it now. I'm still struggling with hope now. Me and hope is just like me and love. It ain't no threesome happening, so we ain't on the same page. We ain't functioning right now. Man, we funking right now, but we ain't functioning right now. So that was another beautiful one. Damn. Feels like it's hard to have hope. And I know I'm reading this like a third time out loud, y'all, but please forgive me. I'm talking to myself right now. Man, I'm like, I'm not the only one. That's one thing that's coming to my mind is I'm not the only one who's struggling with hope. And I say I've always say, at the end of this outro, I hope, right? I hope my courage and drive, inspire you, right? But man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I just said it. Me and Hope, we ain't on the same page. Me and Hope, it's just like me and Love. It ain't no threesome happening. So it's either we're happening or we're not happening at all. And right now, it ain't happening. So I'm working on Hope. But me and Love, mm-mm. You can keep your ass wherever you at, love. Ain't no, ain't nope. I'm too busy right now for you. Mm. Nope, ma'am. You should have got me when you should have caught me when you had a chance to. Who? Say it for somebody in the back, right? You should have caught me when you had the chance to, love. Because me, your ass fumbled this good old ball right here, boy. Shit, this Teddy said bye. All right. Whew. Okay. And here's one, two. Is that three? All right. Here's the fourth one, and the writing is giving the impression that it's from another kid. It's from the second kid. Yes. So, oh my gosh. So this second one. I mean, not the second one. I'm sorry. I'm over here jumping. See, y'all, I'm tired. I'm excited, but I'm here. I'm here. So the fourth one. How is excuse me. How's your heart feeling? I'm feeling happy today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And like I said, folks, the handwriting has gave me the impression that it's from the second child that came to the table. Yes. Yes. Okay, now on the real, I should not have this much energy, and I know I'm tired as hell. So now I got to get up in the morning. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Whew. I'm probably not getting emotional. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna sleep this off. Cause man, my adrenaline is pumping, and please, children, cover your ears. Parents, cover your children's ears. I ain't got no weed, so everything is right now is organically me. I'm tired. I'm tired. No, 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 no. I'm sleepy, happy, and I was hungry, so I just ate. So now I'm happy and sleepy. So, oh my gosh, yes. Whew, okay. So the fifth one. Oh my gosh. Whew. The fifth answer to how is your heart feeling? Like I am holding it all inside and and putting it in words. Ooh, putting it into words. Like I'm holding it all inside and putting it into words. Gosh. Oh, and I know who wrote that too. I know who wrote that. I'ma say it wasn't a woman that wrote that now. It wasn't a woman that wrote. See, I'm I'm here for anyone and everyone who want to express and talk about their own. And I said this number of times, folks. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, mental health don't care who we are, what we are, who we look like, what we look like, why we look like the way we look like. And and of course, if you know me, y'all know that judge I don't judge you by I don't judge you by the color of your skin. I want to respectfully judge you by the content of your character. And these characters, these five characters, one, two, three, four, five characters, including two children, came up today to the booth and said how their hearts were feeling. And like I said, so many people took pictures of the platform. If they, of course, if they follow, they follow. If they listen to the podcast, then hey, I'm more happy of you to do it. But my thing is, spread it out to the people. Spread it out to the people. Yes, I would love for you to follow I Need a Mike on Instagram. I would love for you to follow I Need a Mike on TikTok. I would love for you to listen to the podcast and to follow the podcast because this ain't stopping. This ain't stopping. Now, hard work don't stop for nobody. Nobody. But the other question is, how can we keep it pushing? How can we keep it going, Ray? Starts at step one. Starts with step one. Step two. Step three. Step four. And step five. So let me end this beautiful and wonderful night. The way the skies look. Yo, it's a full moon out, y'all. It's a full moon out there. Ah, woo. Shoot, that's how tired I am. I can't even, man. But everything that has happened today, I'm so grateful and appreciative of it. And so much more is gonna be happening. I have linked up with other people in the community who want to do more open mics and who want to get more connected. And someone has said, I figured you would know, meaning me. I said, oh, hell yeah, I got you, boo. I didn't say boo. I didn't say boo, but I did say I got you. I will connect you. As we know, in a business, in a business environment, y'all know I keep it professional. I don't do too much out there, and I don't want no one to think I'm doing too much of anything outside. But I'm outside. I'm outside, and I'm enjoying this. Oh my gosh! But no, today was a beautiful day. Tonight was a beautiful night. Can't wait to next month. Can't wait to next month. So, oh my gosh. All right, so now this is the 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 outro. So now you have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing the mic to you. I hope. All right, now, hope. I hope my courage, will, and drive motivate you. Y'all take care, stay safe, and if you have any kids, now you can kiss them babies every day. Good night, y'all.